Hey everybody, and welcome to my Impact Wrestling review this week. A lot of things going on. I would usually say the build to Rebellion as of right now, because this pay-per-view was supposed to be, I believe, in the next 2-3 weeks, I believe, but obviously that's not happening at this point. So I know a lot of course, the show is taped. I know they talked about Rebellion, but we all know it's not going to be happening. Okay, like any other wrestling show that's going on right now, it's not really happening, and Mania is over and some other stuff. But like I said, we already know who's still in the ball game right now. But like I said, the point I'm trying to make is that there's no really rebellion going on. But we do kick off the show on Impact tonight with the Mac. Mac came out, had a microphone in his hand, pretty much calling out Ace Austin and Reno Scum for what they did last week to Rich Swann. Pretty much knows pretty much attacking him in his own home, since Ace Austin sent Reno Scum to beat him up, even though we never really saw it and we just heard a loud scream. I guess they still jumped them and everything, and Max says he wants a match right now. Ace Austin, Reno Scum, get out here. He says he'll take both of them on right now. So Mac cut a very good promo, pretty much calling him out after what they did to Swann. Don't really get any promos half the time with someone coming to the ring pissed off, wanting for a fight right now. But Mac ended up going against Reno Scum then, pretty much a 2-on-1 handicap match. Very good match, I will say that. Pretty much Mac ended up beating both Reno Scum with his stunner on Thornstone. Or it was on Luther. Yeah, I can never get their names right half the time, but Luster the Legend, and he ended up hitting a stunner on him and a frog splash on Thornstone there to get the win. But as Mac celebrated then right after, Ace Austin ended up coming from behind, hitting him with a kick then, pretty much leaving him on the ground. And as Ace was walking away, holding his title up and everything, fans booed at him. Mac tried to get up, but Reno Scum came back in. They held the Mac up, and I think Ace Austin threw a card near him in the ring, and he ran towards the ring and hit the fold on him. Looked really good, by the way, too. Running from outside the ring, inside to the ring, hitting the fold. That was actually a good shot, but he took down the Mac because I guess the plan, I know they announced this title match later on, but it was supposed to be the pay-per-view was going to be the Mac versus Ace Austin for the X Division Championship, but obviously that's not going to happen now. So I guess we'll see what happens. But like I said, the Mac and Austin feud has been pretty good though, and like I said, the crowd is more and more into Mac, and he cut a pretty much good promo out there, hunting for the X Division Championship and getting paid back for what they did to Swann. So Ace and them pretty much get their heat on him again. So good opener. Next though, we had Kylie Ray, who was in the back pretty much saying hello to everybody. Smiley Kylie right there. And she ran to Gail Kim, pretty much was happy to meet her, until she ran to Susie, and they said, "Hi, I'm Susie. Hi, I'm Kylie, so I like your bow. I like your bow." And as they were talking, Kiera Hogan came in, pretty much talking about both of them, and then pretty much talking about Susie then, as Susie called her a mean girl and everything, and Kiera pretty much, you know what, I'm challenging you to a match tonight. Because now the pay-per-view is going to be Kiera Hogan. Well, it was supposed to be Kiera Hogan and Kylie Ray. But Kiera Hogan said she was going to take on Susie tonight. Susie was kind of confused what was going on. Sue Young, Susie, whatever you want to go with. She was Susie, though, this time. Next, Chris Bay versus Daga. Very good match. Actually got some good time out there. We can with at least one commercial, but they had a good time, and I know it was a way to showcase Chris Bay out there. Very good match between him and Daga. I thought that dive Daga did, running from up the stage all the way back down, almost landing on his head, looked kind of messed up. But this was a very good match. I will say that they had about almost 15 minutes out there, so it was pretty good. Chris Bay ended up pretty much countering Daga, pretty much get the roll up on him, but he held on to the ropes at the last second, sitting on him. So I'm assuming Chris Bay is a heel right now, as he's very cocky and stuff, and he laughed after he won, getting a roll up pin over Daga. So obviously he must be a heel then they're trying to go with here. Taya was beating up Johnny Bravo in the back with a steel chair as he was all padded up with a football helmet, pretty much yelling. He didn't know what this was about. Basically, it was over the Knockouts Championship, and she wanted it back. Bravo tried to tell her to calm down, but Taya wasn't going for it, and she pretty much beat the living crap out of him. I think they were in a semi-truck, by the way, too, but beat the crap out of him with a chair onto the ground and leaving him for dead. So, yeah, Taya kills Bravo right there, because he says, what about our dog? And then he says, this is your stupid dog, the toy dog, and threw it and beat him with the chair some more before she walked away. The Rascals, the Treehouse, whatever, pretty much talked about, they're going to watch the main event tonight, but they invited the other tag teams with them. The Deaners, Triple XL, Ba, and TJP there. The Deaners brought beer, but they didn't really want any beer. Ba and TJP pretty much bought food, too, to, I guess watch along. Triple XL came in and took some of Ba's food as he was pissed off, and he sat next in the middle of the tray, which he got squished. I thought they were trying to make it more serious, but I think Trey and Wentz ended up leaving, and Dez pretty much didn't know what to do then after that. But yes, they invite all the tag teams in the smoke circle or the treehouse or whatever they're calling it right now. But yes, the Rascals ended up just kind of sitting around with these other tag teams, and they end up leaving because I guess they got annoying, even though they brought food and drink there. One thing I should notice before I get in the next match, that Madison Rayne's still on commentary now. The reason why I had heard why she's on commentary, because clearly you can see Don Callis sitting right there with Josh Matthews. I think they had to retape the commentary because due to the whole virus thing, lockdown was most likely supposed to happen already. And I think they would have been talking about lockdown results or any other show like the whole TNA Go Home or the TNA Homecoming thing that would have been over Mania weekend. So due to that going on, I pretty much figured out why Don Callis was not on commentary, and they've had Madison Rayne on there now for the past 2 weeks. Even though you could clearly see him, and you saw it last week, him sitting right there. But since a lot of these other events ended up getting canceled and they have to postpone for a later date, they just pretty much had to change up the whole commentary after that, because they would have been giving away stuff from either Lockdown or Homecoming, and possibly Rebellion, but I don't think anything has happened for Rebellion in that taping for whatever would happen. So that's why we've had Madison Rayne on commentary for the past 2 weeks, because she had a match then against Havoc. Hey, if Havoc's out of the Undead Realm for good. She can finally get back in the bowl of doing something that has nothing to do with stabbing and all this mystical stuff. Thank God the Undead Realm is over. But the match with her and Madison Rayne was pretty good. Havoc ended up winning with the Tombstone. So, good match. It was okay. So, at least they're trying to build Havoc back up as a monster, which they need to, because she's been doing nothing and just being stuck in the Undead Realm this entire time. Good thing she is finally out of it, so at least they look like she's on her way back up to doing something around here. Tessa Blanchard was talking to Eddie Edwards in the back about tonight's tag team main event for the tag titles. Eddie wanted to just focus on getting the belts, but Tessa pretty much did not trust him and didn't even really want to do this match. We're doing this even though, they're going to be opponents at Rebellion. Well, it was going to be Rebellion. But pretty much then after that, they went to a sit-down interview with Jimmy Jacobs and Ken Shamrock as he talked about the fireball that Sami Callihan did to his eye. And he said he suffered some eye damage and some tissue, and he's got some eye drops and antibiotics. But he talked about how, it almost ruined his eyesight, that Sami Callihan has no respect for the business and will do anything to get ahead. And he says, we're going to have a contract signing soon, and I can't touch him until Rebellion. And as Shamrock kept talking, the lights kept going out, getting all hacked up, and he knew what was going on, and he was kind of pissed at everybody in the room, saying that, I see you guys aren't handling it. So Ken Shamrock was going to go find Sami Callihan to handle this whole thing going on right now. But pretty much right after that then, OVE, the Chris brothers, went against Rhino and Tommy Dreamer. And, of course, who do you think wins? Of course, they have to get rid of Madman Fulton for getting involved, even though he tried to choke out Tommy. That was, I guess, it's no disqualification now. But for some reason now, I've noticed this every week. And I know the story that's going along why OVE is keeping losing without Sami Callihan. I think we've already established that why they're on this losing streak right now and they can't get their heads together. And that Sami Callihan is not associated with them. But, man, can I just say they lose to almost the same ECW guys almost every week on this show? if it ain't Dreamer, if it ain't Rhino, hell, if it ain't even Sabu involved, they lose to everybody. And not just regular guys, just ECW. I swear I've seen like several ECW guys and the same ones just beat them every week. Every week. Rhino and somebody else, Sabu, Dreamer, any of them. Any ECW. I'm surprised Sandman isn't on here right now. Or Raven. I saw Raven last week on this show. I'm surprised he hasn't beaten any of them yet. But yeah, OVE continues to lose again. Because Rhino ended up hitting the gore on Jake Crist. And it wasn't that bad of a match or anything. It was okay for what was out there. But I get why OVE is taking all these L's, but man, can we stop having all these ECW guys beat them every week? It's getting really annoying. And then Fulton came back and they helped beat up Tommy Dreamer after that, so at least they kind of got to stand tall this time instead of just losing going to back. But like I said, I like that promo they did before when they said that Sammy's not coming back and we need to do something on our own, because even when they were with Sammy looked dejected from them and didn't even want to be involved and hacked his way out of here. So we'll see what comes from that. Party Up Rosemary back at the bar again. Pretty much looking for her next victim. The Soul, I guess. Pretty much something. No, you gotta get this drink. Was trying to feel on some guy says, no. You can't come to me right now. You gotta come to me another time. So, pretty much seeing who her next victim was until Johnny Swinger showed up, as she was not impressed. And he talked about, I got this, an old school guy. He says, I'm gonna do something to this young buck next week, okay? M. Jackson. Where have I heard that name before? M. Jackson. I swear if he has some Michael Jackson impersonator, but once he said Young Buck, I'm like, M. Jackson, huh? Matt Jackson? I don't know where they're going with this, but Swinger pretty much talked about the Rizats and everything, how he's going to teach this young boy a lesson. And pretty much Rosemary says, we can do whatever we want, but she even said the Valkyrie would not let us forgive us for doing this. So she was gone after that, and I guess Swinger tried to pick up some rats at the bar. Kiera Hogan went against Susie. Not bad. It was okay. Well, I kind of figured Kiera Hogan was going to win. This is Atlanta they are in, and she is from Atlanta. So I kind of expect her to get the win. Atlanta, they make some great asses out there. Let me just say that right now. Been to Atlanta. A lot of great asses out there. Just throw it out. You'll see where I'm going with that. But, yeah, she ended up beating Susie out there, the Sue Young Susie, since she even tried to look for a bloody glove but could not find it. Could not find the glove, so Kiera Hogan pretty much got in and won the match. So, like I said, she's supposed to be going against Kylie Ray. Was at the pay-per-view. We all know that's not happening, but she was supposed to do that, and like I said, I've lost my track right there, but yeah, I was supposed to go against. Well, it was supposed to go against Kylie Ray at the pay-per-view, so I kind of get why Kiera Hogan won out here. Michael Elgin ended up talking to the North then, pretty much on what to do tonight. But the North says, listen, we'll soften him up and you can go get your title or whatnot, alright? And Elgin pretty much pissed off Ethan Page, telling him, like, yes, that's about how you lost they got pinned by Tessa last week. And he got pissed. He says, yeah, that's the anger I want to see. Save it out there for the ring. Tenille Dashwood, I guess her re-debut, if you want to go with that, pretty much talked about Taya and everything. And, talked about she's losing it. She's tried to be level-headed with her ever since she's lost the championship. And, she's going to be coming after Jordan Grace soon enough. But she pretty much wanted to go after Taya. I guess now it's going to be a match next week between both of those two. So, yes, Taya versus Tenille Dashwood next week, even though I've seen it before at the, Bound for Glory. I saw that match for the title. But we got into the main event, though, between the North and Tessa Blanchard and Eddie Edwards. Not a bad main event. Really good main event. Basically, I would some say was the best match on this entire show if you want to go with that. And it was good. Very good tag match. I liked it. And the story, Tessa not trusting Eddie Edwards as Eddie tried to go for the tag. Eddie wanted to get the tag, but Tessa wouldn't do it. Pretty much she tried to go back after the North, getting on another tornado DDT, but they ended up throwing her into Eddie Edwards, knocking him down. They took down Tessa Blanchard, ended up hitting their finisher. I think it was called, I don't remember their finisher was called, not the Snowfall or something like that. What was it? It's like that alley-oop into a spine buster. Northern Exposure, I think it was called. Pretty much taking down Tessa Blanchard, getting the win. Eddie checked on her right after, but, as he checked her, he pretty much left this and she didn't really want any help. Eddie walked away, but as soon as she got up, with her title, Michael Elgin pretty much came in and attacked her. Eddie looked on and he walked away, did not go back and help Tessa Blanchard, as Michael Elgin ended up hitting the Elgin bomb on Tessa, holding up the title, getting the title, holding up the title in the air, pretty much going forward. So the North are still retaining their tag team championships. The North still built up as a solid team, and if you want to say, they pinned the world champions. So never thought the North was losing. I guess it was going to be some Eddie and Tessa thing screwing up going into the pay-per-view, but yes, Elgin ended up standing tall. I know, like I said, they're building the Rebellion, but I don't think Rebellion's going to be happening anyway. It's supposed to be in like the next few weeks, so 9 times out of 10 that show is canceled, like any other wrestling show that's most likely canceled out there. But overall, it's actually a good show tonight on Impact. Very good main event, probably the best thing on here. I thought Daga and Chris Bay had a pretty good match out there too. Mac going after Ace Austin, pretty much taking out Reno Scum, facing them. I like that whole thing that was going on there. Austin too, that was really good. I'm trying to see anything else. Try to remember, but still don't know with the whole OVE losing, but I get the story behind it. It was a solid show. I will say that for Impact. I know they're building in the Rebellion. Once again, I already said that, but Rebellion's not happening. So the build does continue with some of the matches they are adding on there. Like I said, I don't know why it's a Full Metal Mayhem match with Taya and Jordan Grace, by the way, for the Knockouts Championship. But I guess we'll find out that soon enough. But they look like they've been building a steady card in the Rebellion, but like I said before, that show's most likely not going to happen 9 times out of 10, which I think is true already. But the pay-per-view should be good whenever that happens, to have some of the matches they built up. So not a bad show for Impact tonight. Pretty good, solid to decent. So I didn't really have much of a problem with it. So yeah, pretty good show. Not bad. Need to do something different with the Rascals, though. I'll say that. But other than what I've said about Impact, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about the show tonight. Follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. Check out any other past review that is uploaded or online right now, especially the Mania review. Parts 1 and 2 are posted up right now, as of any other review you're looking for when it comes to wrestling. So, yeah. Good show from Impact tonight. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace, wash your hands, and stay safe out there.